Zombie apocalypse.
How's it going, everybody? This is Tava Drabo. Hope you're having another great day, and welcome back to another video. So as I previously talked about earlier, I recently got permission to start collecting on video games. This is something that I've wanted to do throughout this year, and so I'm very excited that I get to do my video game collection. And starting today, I'm going to be starting a brand new series that I'm going to be doing every month. It's called Haulin Games. And for this series, I'm going to be talking about all the video games that I collected throughout each month. And so for this one, I'm going to be talking about all the video games that I got for the month of April of 2021. So with that being said, here are all the games that I got for this month of April of 2021. Some of these games I actually planned on getting because I put them on a collection wish list. Otherwise, there are other games here that really were off of good deals that I weren't really planning on getting, but however, they were good deals, so I decided that these were impulse games that I really decided that I wanted to get as well. Some of them were also childhood games that I wanted to get, while others I've never played before, but I really wanted to test them out. So obviously all of these are in this collection right here. I've also separated them through racing games, action games, sci-fi games, and war and crime games as well. So it's really based off of a different selection of genres for each of these games as well. So with that being said, I'm very excited that I get to start this series, and I'm going to be doing this every single month. Every game that I got, I like to share them with you, so that way you can get a better idea of exactly what kind of games I'm collecting and exactly what games that I'm playing during my free time. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the racing games first, because usually racing games are at the very top of my video game collection. So we're going to go ahead and get started with that. The first game that I got right here is called Super Trucks Racing. This is a very interesting game right here. This is basically a video game in which you play as big rig drivers. You actually race big rigs across multiple tracks across multiple countries. This is a really good game that I really got off a really good deal. The only problem that I have with this is that this is a blue disc game, and unfortunately my PS2 Fat has not done well with accepting blue discs, so I'm really disappointed that I can't play this right now. Like I said, hopefully I can somehow get enough money so that way I can get a PlayStation 2 Slim, so that way I can go ahead and start playing blue disc games like this one and hopefully see exactly how well this plays. So I thought I'd get this game just out of my collection, and hopefully at some point I can go ahead and play this once I do get a PS2 Slim. So next game I got right here is called Flat Out. This is a video game that is actually the predecessor to Flat Out 2, which I've had for nearly 1.5 decades. It's a demolition car game that was very popular during the mid-2000s. Really excited to have this game in my collection. I really wanted to get this one since I've had Flat Out 2 and haven't played this yet, but hopefully I get a chance to do so very soon, because this is a very popular game and I really love Flat Out 2. So really interested to see how well this game is compared to Flat Out 2. Next game I got here, this is a game that I played a lot during my childhood. I'm very excited to have this back in my collection. This is Destruction Derby Arenas. Now this is a game released in 2004 and it was a part of the Destruction Derby series, and this is a video game in which you play against a few other drivers and do as much damage to other cars as possible and try to win as many races as well. This was a really good game that I got to play when I was a kid, and this is a game I really wanted to add back in my collection for quite a while now. I played this already for a couple weeks and really love this game. It really brings back memories from my childhood, and so I'm really happy that I get to have this game in my collection. I've really wanted to play this game again for quite some time. Next racing game right here, I really wasn't planning on getting this, however, this was actually off of a really good deal, so I felt like that, why not go ahead and just get this game. This is Corvette. This is based off of racing Chevrolet Corvettes from multiple decades, and it's a really interesting one because this is based off of just one manufacturer and one different brand of car. But I love Chevy Corvettes. They're my favorite car, and me being a Corvette guy and loving racing games, I thought I'd go ahead and get this one. And this was a game that I used to have as a child as well. However, I didn't really play this a whole lot, so hopefully I get a chance to play this soon. I haven't actually played played this yet. So really interesting game right here. I felt like this would be good to add this to my collection. And yeah, that's pretty much it for all the racing games that I have for the month of April 2021. So let's go ahead and move on to the action games that I have here. This one here is called 007 Everything or Nothing. Now this game is based off of the popular 007 video game franchise, which is of course we all know based off of the character James Bond 007. I already have Nightfire and Agent Under Fire, two games that I really love, and so I felt like that I really wanted to get this one. And unlike the other two, this one is a third-person shooter, so this is a really interesting game that I got to have. Haven't played this yet, but you know, I really want to give this a shot, so hopefully when I do have the free time in the near future, I can go ahead and play this game and see exactly how this is compared to the other two 007 games. And you know, hopefully this plays as well just as the others, because I love 007 games, and so this is a very good one that I got to add to my collection. Next game I got, I've actually already gotten a chance to play, and this is called GoldenEye Rogue Agent. Now this is actually a spin-off game in the 007. However, this is a game in which you actually play as somebody that tries to get into MI06. However, you end up being rejected because you failed to save 007, and you end up having a GoldenEye which causes you to do a lot of damage to others. Now I've already gotten a chance to play this game. I got to play through the entire story mode, and man, this was one of the hardest games that I have ever played. I actually played this on normal difficulty, but it feels like it manually hit the hard difficulty because this was such a hard game to play. But I completed the entire thing, and yeah, safe to say that I'm not going to be playing this game again anytime soon. However, it was a really interesting game nonetheless, and I felt like it would be good to have this to my collection. So yeah, a pretty interesting game to say the least, but also really difficult as well. And last but not least, I got Spy Hunter, which is a game in 2001. This is an interesting one because unlike other action games, this video game is almost entirely vehicle or combat. So you know, you get to take down bad guys while you're sitting in a car like this one on the cover right here. And so this was a game that I decided to get really last minute. You know, I wasn't planning on getting it. However, I felt like it would be good to add this to my collection because I really want to see how this game is compared to other action games as well. So you know, I'm really excited to have this in my collection, and like I said, hopefully I get a chance to play this game at some point in the near future. Alright, let's move on to the crime games here. Now this game obviously is a big hit, obviously, and I felt like that I could not complete my video game collection for the PS2 without this game. This is one of the all-time great gems. This is Grand Theft Auto 3. Now obviously this is a part of the very popular Grand Theft Auto franchise, which many of you are familiar with Grand Theft Auto 5. This was the earliest one that featured the 3D platform type game. Obviously, the first two games were basically from the top levels, but this one was a 3D platform. And yeah, Grand Theft Auto 3, a very awesome game. I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet because, like I said, I don't have a whole lot of free time right now, but hopefully at some point I can finally go ahead and start to play this game because this is one of the greatest games of all time. And you know, this is a game that I really just felt like that I needed to add to my collection, and I just couldn't complete it for this month without this one right here. So happy to have GTA 3, and hopefully I can make enough money so that way I can get all the other GTA games in my collection in the near future. So really felt like I needed to get this one. I'm very happy that I did. The next one I have here is called Max Payne. Now this is another good one. This was off of 2001, and you get to play as this guy who tries to seek vengeance against a criminal underworld after his wife and little daughter were murdered. And I've already gotten to play a little bit of this game. I'm still working on trying to get through the entire thing. Don't know how long that's going to take. It's a really good game in my opinion. However, at the same time, it can also be a little difficult at times, you know. However, at the same time, this is a very popular game from the early 2000s, and you know, felt like this is a game that I really needed to add to my collection. So really happy that I got Max Payne. I'm also hoping I can get Max Payne 2, Max Payne 3 in the near future. And yeah, hopefully I get a chance to actually finish this game at some point. And finally, I have Battlefield Hardline. Now this is a very interesting one because unlike all the other Battlefield games, this one is actually based off of police warfare, not military warfare. You actually get to play as an actual police officer in which you stop a criminal underworld and all of what's going on there. Haven't gotten a chance to play this yet, but hopefully I get a chance to do so. This is a really interesting one in the Battlefield saga, obviously, and so you know, it'll be interesting to see how well this plays. You know, unlike other military games in the Battlefield genre, obviously I feel like Hardline could be up there as a real interesting diversion from the usual military tactics. So, hopefully I get a chance to play this game on the PS4 soon, and yeah, we'll see exactly how well this plays. Alright, now we move on to our war games here, and the first one that I have right here, this is SOCOM US Navy SEALs. Now, this is a game that I also had when I was a child that I felt like I wanted to get. However, I really wasn't able to do that well the first time I got this game. I really only was able to make it past the first mission before I ended up struggling the rest of the way. And it was also a really hard tactical shooter as well, because you have to play as multiple guys, not just one. I felt like I wanted to take another stab at this game, so I'm glad I got this one, and hopefully I get a chance to play this game soon, so that way I can hopefully do a little bit better at this one this time, unlike when I was a kid. Continuing with our Battlefield saga, we got the Battlefield Bad Company 2. Now, for those that have played the first Battlefield Bad Company, that was one of my all-time favorite games. I really love Battlefield Bad Company, especially since it was pretty comedic, and like I said, a usual diversion from the other Battlefield games. I have not gotten a chance to play Bad Company 2 though, so I really felt like that I wanted to get Bad Company 2, so really excited to have this game in my collection, and hopefully I get a chance to play it soon, and it'll be interesting to see exactly what happens in the story in this one, because I know in Battlefield Bad Company, you have to stop this guy to trying to get all of this gold and all that, and so it'll be interesting to see what the plot for Battlefield Bad Company 2 is here, so hopefully I get a chance to play this soon. And then finally, we got for the PlayStation 4 Battlefield 1. Now, this was a game that was released in 2016. However, this is a game that actually got off for a pretty good deal, actually, almost around $6. And this is a game that, unlike in other games, this one actually takes place in World War I instead of World War II. So this is a really interesting one here, because unlike World War II games, I've never really played a video game that's based off of World War I. Nonetheless, in Battlefield before, I don't think Call of Duty's ever done that before either. So I'm really excited about this one, because obviously this is still very brand new, although it was like 5 years ago or something like that. But yeah, really happy to have Battlefield 1 here, and hopefully I get a chance to play this game soon, because as somebody that loves Battlefield, especially go along with Call of Duty and all that, I feel like a World War I game could be pretty interesting. So yeah, we'll see exactly how well this plays once I do finally get a chance to play it. Alright, and finally, to complete my video game collection for the month of April 2021, this is based off of sci-fi game, and this is also another one of the great hits. I felt like I wanted to play this one. This is Borderlands. Now, obviously, this was a game that I actually got to play once when I was a kid. However, that was actually at a friend's house back in the early 2010s. This is a really interesting one, because this is sci-fi, and you get to play as these weird creatures in a post-apocalyptic world, and there's really a whole lot that goes on there at Borderlands. And obviously, this is one of the great RPGs here, and so I felt like that this is a game that I really want to get, because I've heard a lot of incredible things about the Borderlands saga as a whole. Really hope I get to play this one in the near future as well. This is a great game that I got out of my collection. A lot of people also say, once again, one of the greatest games of all time, so I'll be the judge of that obviously once I do play this one. But this is a really interesting sci-fi RPG, and I felt like I just wanted to try this game out, and so hopefully I get to play the whole thing in the near future, because I really want to see exactly what happens in Borderlands, and hopefully I get the other games in the Borderlands franchise as well. And yeah, these are all the video games that I got for the month of April 2021. Now, I'm also going to be purchasing video games every 2 Mondays, so usually the first and third Monday of every month. If there's a third Monday in a month, then obviously that will be the exception, so then it would be 3 Mondays a month. These are all games that I've really wanted to add in my collection. Some of them not really, but I felt like I wanted to get them because they were off good deals, and so obviously I felt like it would be good to add them. But this is going to be something that I'm going to be doing every month, obviously, and so as an avid video gamer myself, I'm really excited that I get to have these games in my collection, and there are a whole bunch of other games out there I really want to get that hopefully I get to have soon in my collection. But these are some really good games that I got here, and so obviously I feel like this is a pretty good start so far. And so yeah, obviously I'm very excited that I get to do this new series. I really want to display a lot of my new video game collection, obviously get to continue to add to my video game collection, and like I said before, I also want to do more video game content as well. So what ideas do you have for video game content that I should do for my channel? Please feel free to share them in the comments below. I'm really interested in hearing your opinions about it, and as well as your suggestions as well. I want to do some more video game content on my channel, and yeah, hopefully I can get a much bigger video game collection for the month of May, because obviously, while this is a start, there are other video games that I want to get as well. So hopefully this collection is much bigger for the next Haulin games video that I do for the month of May of 2021. Otherwise, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you all enjoyed it. As always, if you'd like to see more of my content, feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when my latest video is released. As always, be sure to comment below on future suggestions for all of my videos, whether it's vlogs, projects, challenges, or even video game content, you name it. Feel free to share them below and I'll do my best to make them. As always, follow me on my social media. All the links are in the description below. That's going to do it for this video. Hope you're having another great day. And as always, I hope I get to see all of you again in another video very soon. So long, everybody. Alright, what game do I start with first?